I am playing this game called Omori. It is a turn-based RPG made by an indie group of developers, and it has heavy disclaimers at the start of the game. Anytime you open the game and when you start the game, there's heavy disclaimers that folks who are suffering from like clinical depression or anxiety should proceed with caution and maybe even consider not playing the game at all. Also, epilepsy warnings because there's bright flashy lights. I got the disclaimer at the start of Omori. I was like, okay, noted. If I start feeling weird while I'm playing this, the next day after I'm playing this, anything like that, this is a no-go. I'll have to stop and it'll just be what it is. I played last night. I enjoyed myself, got off, and typically before I go to bed, what I will do is I will find somewhere and just kind of like unwind. I'll check notifications for phone. Sometimes I don't, but if I have the spoons for it, I will check notifications for phone. I just kind of like woosah before I go lay down, because if I don't do that, I will not be able to sleep. So I'm doing this last night. I got my stuff, I got my pen, I got my phone. I plopped down on the couch. I'm reading through emails, and out of the fucking corner of my eye, I see Eugen over the back of the love seat. He has hands pressed on the love seat like this, and he's standing there looming, just staring at me. Like just... And it's that, you know, you see something suddenly out of the corner. This all happened really fast. And it was just like, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I look over my shoulder and obviously there's nothing there. It's my hoodie draped over the back of the love seat. And I'm like, okay, well that was fucking creepy, because he was literally just looming over me, both hands on the back of the love seat. Just the serious, most angry expression you could ever see. His eyes were growing a little red. Just fucking creepy. Or knocked out. He had been asleep at that point for at least an hour and a half, like 2 hours. And so I'm like, okay, maybe we take a couple of days off from Omori before we go back to it. Because if we're seeing things, that's not normal and that's not okay. And we don't want to be seeing things and be up all night freaked out. And it's really weird. It was a really weird kind of feeling. It's like the beginning of every like paranormal horror movie ever, right? Where the main character is minding their business, like, you know, brushing their teeth or like cleaning the kitchen or chilling in their room, and then they just look over and it's just, and it's that fucking boom, and then it's like the ghost or whatever. It was like that. Right, and it had a disclaimer, so like for me, I was just waiting. I was like, okay, maybe I'll wake up and be sad or like cranky or something, I don't know. So I was waiting for some kind of side effect for when I was done playing, like I'm not playing it and something weird is happening. That was new. It's just like, okay, that was a lot. I swear down, he was right there, just fucking staring at me, bro. And it freaked me out. But he was asleep. So, you know, but that's my story. That's my story time. If you do suffer from anxiety or depression or bipolarism or any of those sorts of things, I don't know that I could in good conscience recommend the game to you. If it is something that you want to play, proceed with caution.